Mark Thompson never imagined that setting up security cameras on his property would land him in handcuffs, pinned against his truck by two impostors posing as HOA security. These wannabe enforcers, armed with fake badges and flimsy plastic cuffs, tried to bully him with made-up fines and threats of detainment. But when a sharp-eyed neighbor called the real police, their scam unraveled spectacularly, leaving them cuffed in their own game. Buckle up for a wild ride as this absurd plot crashes down, sparking debates about trust, authority, and justice. Mark, a 52-year-old veteran, valued his peace. No neighborhood squabbles, no petty disputes over lawn ornaments, just quiet. That changed one blistering Saturday when he finished installing a security system in his backyard. He wasn't paranoid, but past betrayals had taught him to watch his back. As he packed up his tools, two men strutted up his driveway like they owned the block. Their cheap tactical vests screamed discount cosplay, and their knockoff badges glinted under the sun. The taller one, sporting a beard and a gut that strained his vest, puffed out his chest. "Sir, you violate HOA regulations," he barked. Mark blinked, a smirk tugging at his lips. "Funny, because we don't have an HOA. That should have ended it. But these two, let's call them fake cop number 1 and fake cop number 2, weren't backing down." The shorter, bald one, sweating buckets, crossed his arms. "We're with the Neighborhood Security Council," he said, as if the title carried weight. Mark snorted. "The what now?" Undeterred, the tall one waved a laminated sheet like it was a court order. "Your unauthorized cameras are a violation. Take them down." Mark's patience thinned. "Nah." The bald one's eye twitched. "Comply, or we'll escalate." "Escalate?" Mark squared his shoulders, his voice ice cold. "You're trespassing. Get off my property." He turned to head inside, but then, snap. The bald one grabbed his arm, yanking him back. Before Mark could react, they slapped plastic handcuffs on him, the cheap kind that dug into his wrists. "You're resisting." The bald one grinned, like he relished the power trip. They shoved Mark against his truck, the hot metal searing his cheek. His muscles tensed, instincts screaming to fight, but he held still. These clowns wanted a reaction, and he wasn't giving it. "Hope you enjoy jail." Fake cop number 1 sneered, his coffee breath rancid. "Jail? For what?" Mark's mind raced. Then, a sharp voice cut through. "What the hell's going on?" It was Lisa, his no-nonsense neighbor, storming across the lawn, phone in hand. The bald one didn't flinch. "He's violating HOA rules." Lisa's eyebrows shot up. "We don't have an HOA." Fake cop number 1 barely glanced at her. "Ma'am, this doesn't concern you." Lisa snapped back. "The hell it doesn't." "Who are you?" Mark caught a glimpse of the bald one's holster. No gun, just a plastic radio, the kind you'd buy for a kid's costume. His stomach twisted. The vests, the badges, the violation notice, it was all fake. These weren't overzealous HOA nuts, they were impersonating cops. His pulse hammered. Were they planning to haul him off? A black car crept down the street, red and blue lights flashing in the windshield, but no official markings. A prop, not a police cruiser. Mark's jaw clenched. "You're making a mistake," he said, voice low. The bald one smirked. "Nah, you did." But then, Lisa pulled out her phone, her face pure steel. "I'm calling the real cops," she said, already dialing. Fake cop number 2 laughed wheezily. "Go ahead. We are the cops." Mark almost pitied their delusion. Lisa put the call on speaker. 911, what's your emergency?" Her voice was razor sharp. "Two guys impersonating law enforcement just handcuffed my neighbor." The fake cops froze. The tall one's fingers twitched, the bald one's shoulders hunched. They exchanged a glance, panic creeping in. "We should go," the bald one muttered. "Too late. Units dispatched," the dispatcher said. Sirens wailed, closing in. The tough guy act crumbled. The bald one's face drained of color. The tall one's smirk vanished. They fumbled to uncuff Mark, but their hands shook so badly the key slipped, clattering to the pavement. "Unlock it!" the bald one hissed. Mark couldn't resist. "What's the rush? Thought you were the law." "Shut up!" the bald one snapped, lunging for the key. But then boom! "Get on the ground!" A real cop stormed in, gun drawn, stance rigid. The impostor's bravado evaporated. The bald one's hand shot up, the tall one froze, then hit the dirt as another officer tackled him. Real cuffs clicked shut, and the irony wasn't lost on Mark. "This is a misunderstanding!" the bald one yelped as they were dragged to a squad car. Mark, finally free, rubbed his wrists. "Yeah, that's what I said." The cops uncovered a full-blown scam. These two weren't just playing dress-up, they ran an operation, posing as an HOA enforcement team. They built a shoddy website with buzzwords like neighborhood compliance, and a payment portal for fines on fake violations, overgrown lawns, unapproved paint colors. They'd stuffed mailboxes with threatening letters, preying on homeowners who didn't know better. It had worked until Mark and Lisa blew it open. By morning, the neighborhood was ablaze with gossip. Screenshots of the fake website flooded the local Facebook group, shredded by outraged residents. The Real Neighborhood Association, uninvolved in the scam, hired legit security, no cheap vests or plastic radios. Mark added another camera to his setup because, with his luck, another pair of wannabes might try their hand. This saga raises fiery questions. Were the fake cops just greedy opportunists, or did their power trip reveal a darker urge to control? Should Mark have fought back physically, risking escalation, or was his restraint the smarter play? And what about Lisa's quick thinking, heroic or reckless, given the unknowns? The line between vigilance and paranoia feels razor-thin here, and the audacity of the scam begs debate. How far would you go to protect your home from frauds like these? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Mark have handled it differently? Was Lisa's bold move the ultimate takedown, or did she risk too much? And let's talk pranks. Where's the line between harmless fun and dangerous deception in relationships or communities? Share your take, smash that like button, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories. Your voice could spark the next big debate.